I'll just give you the brief introduction. So as we know, like Databricks and the data. So in this age, data is generated like with enormous volume. Even we cannot comprehend the volume of the data being generated. Forget about every hour, every day, every month. The amount of data generated every second, we cannot comprehend the data which is generated every second across the globe. Everywhere data is generated. So now with this data can do a lot many things. We can get the insight, we can know a lot many things. Data is very, very powerful. So there are many sayings about the data. It's like you can get any information from the data if you exploit it well, if you use it well, if you define it well, if you extract it well. So many things are there. So we'll try to unlock the power of data with Azure Databricks. So this is little bit with this. So I'll just take what is data. Data is the collection of raw facts and figures, symbols or representation like observations or measurements. So it can be extracted to get the meaning, to get the insights, to make supporting decisions. Because the decisions we make, right, it should be data driven. It should not be like random decisions. If our decisions are backed by the data, so then generally the decisions will be good. If they are random without the backing by data, so those decisions may be not that good. So we should always try to make decisions with data backing. And also a lot many things are there. We can see the trends, we can do the customer retention, we can see where which products which are more profitable, and like a lot many things are there which we can do with the data. This is just the definition. We all know about this. I'm just going. And there are three types of data. So let me go to the next section. There is structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data. So structured data, we all know that since most of us from the SQL background, we know the SQL, any of the other flavors. So SQL data is the structured data, right? So whatever like the tables, the rows we have, that is kind of structured. That is a predefined schema is there, and predefined columns are there, predefined rows are there. Similarly, you can think of CSV files, right? Comma separated values. Those files are also structured data. And semi-structured data would be the JSON, the XML, the dictionaries. They can be the semi-structured data. And unstructured data will be the images, the videos, and the audios. Those come in the unstructured category. Okay. And coming to the big data, what is big data? So big data is like very, very large data that can be like huge amount of data. So it can go from gigabytes to terabytes to petabyte. It can be very, very big data. So that is the big data. So it is like how we handle that data, how we get the data, how we store it, how we manage it. So it is like full from end to end, the things are there, like from the source, how we are extracting that data, how we are getting that data from IoT, like Internet of Things, or any other APIs, or any other, like it source can be anything. There are around 150, 200 plus sources, or maybe more than that in any technology. If we go with Azure, if we go with AWS, or even if we go with Google Cloud platforms, generally there are 100 plus connectors. They allow you to connect different sources. We can connect to any source and we can get the data. So big data is like a very large data. So that's how we need to handle that data. So that is the thing. So the terms of data, there are 5 V's are there, which we talk about. So let me go. So 5 weeks of the data. So V is the volume, the massive amounts of data, that is terabytes to petabytes. Velocity, the data generated and processed at high speed, that is, it can be real time. So everybody would know about real time data, right? And even everybody would have experienced it in life. Like I'll give you an example. We all do online transactions. Suppose if we are using any banking app, or maybe like the UPIs we use, right? Phone Pay, Paytm, or Beam, or any other UPI. So that is the if we pay the amount to anyone or at any place, so instantly our money is deducted from our bank account, right? The transaction is successful, and again we go and check our balance. So instantly it shows that this amount is deducted. So, and instantly we get the OTP. So the transaction happens, and if it is successful, it is shown on our screens, on our accounts. That is one of the examples of real-time data. So did we ever think like how fast it is? Like we are doing a transaction within seconds, we get the data, and within seconds, our account is like it is displayed. This much amount is deducted from your account. So that is one of the real-time examples, and there are many examples. We see, right, OTP, the time duration is very less, even like few seconds, 40 seconds, 30 seconds. That comes under the real time. Now coming to another V, that is the variety. So we already discussed this, that they may be structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured data. The veracity in English means how truthful it is. So veracity is like what is the data quality? Like data is that can we trust this data or no? That is the veracity, data quality, and the trustworthiness. Then the insights which this data brings, and what will be the business impact of this data, how we can gain from this data, value it will bring to the table. So that comes under the value. So these are the five V's of the data. So this is theory. We have little bit more. Let us jump to the practical. So everyone, they can come up here. I'll tell you, they can come to the Google, type Databricks free account. So actually there are many ways to create the account. We have the premium in Azure portal. I'll show this on here. I'll how to create that account. In my slide, I have that. But if you just want to practice in the beginning, so I would recommend try Databricks free account. Come up here, Databricks free account. See, it is written try Databricks for free. Click up here. So you will be taken to the this page to get up. So you can come up here. So I've already opened my account like this. So let me go this over here. It will show like this in Databricks free account. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Azure Databricks is integrated inside Azure. It is integrated inside AWS. It is integrated inside Google Cloud Platform. So all three have this Azure Databricks. So whichever cloud you are familiar with or which you are comfortable with, you can just create an account. Or if you just want to practice in the beginning, we can have this free account. But later, a few features, a lot many features are not available in this free account. Then we have to go with the paid version. So for now, we can just go with the free account. And so this will look like this. This will be the dashboard. This will have like workspace and catalog, jobs and pipelines, like this compute, and everything will be there. So first we'll come into our workspace. Just click the workspace. So whatever folders which we have, it will be displayed here. Just do a new work. Come up to create, click over here and create a notebook. Okay. So this is the notebook of the Databricks. What it is blinking up here, this thing is called cell. So I need to write any text. I should give percentage MD. I can just say maybe this is my first notebook. Okay, to run this, I had to enter shift enter. So see, this is written over here. Kind of a comment or kind of something like I don't want to run this just to display. You see here, markdown is written. So similarly, coming to the next cell. So here we have kind of like 3, 4 languages are available in which we can run the programs. So on top, you see Python is selected by default. So the language which we do all the coding and everything, it is Python. So Python is selected by default. Then we can work on SQL as well. Another language is Scala. So PySpark is originally built in Scala. And PySpark is an API upon that Scala like a Spark, so that anybody with Python can also work on that. Then we have a language. R is also a language. Generally, it is used by researchers and the scientists. It is also a very good language, like for statistics and other purpose. So that is also a language. So we need not to learn all the language. If we know Python, that is enough. Even if we don't know Python, then we will learn that much of PySpark that we are able to do our the manipulations and the coding, everything, whatever is available, we can do here. So I hope till now everybody any things are clear. So Python, if you guys are aware, Python is a language very popular, and it was developed in 1990. Then that time it was not popular. Then I think after 2005 or 2006 became very popular. Then after 2008, 2009, then it just rose up. 2015, 16, that was the golden time. Since then, it is still being used and popularly, heavily used across the various platforms. So Python has a syntax. So a lot many things are there. So I'll just give a brief. If you want to comment, this is comment. You just write this and run this. To run on this cell, which this block is there, right? This is called a cell, and this is the notebook where we are working. So this is the notebook, this is the cell. This is a comment in Python. I'll just run this. Okay. In Python, we don't use semicolons as we use in other languages like C Sharp and C++, Java, other languages, right? So if I need to print, I just say hello, suppose like customary hello world. Just do the three print hello world is being printed, right? I did not put a semicolon in the end, but it is printed. So in Python, we don't use the semicolons. Okay. Then we have few many syntax in Python. We'll do step by step. This is just the first program. So we have something called PySpark. So that also we can practice. Something that is called data frame. Data frame you can is to PySpark as table is to SQL. So data frame is to PySpark as table to SQL. So I just want to give the analogy. So in SQL, we have the table, right? Whatever do with the table, we have the schema, we have the table. In the table, we have rows and columns. We also call rows as records and columns as fields. But basically, it is a table and we have rows and columns. In PySpark, we have data frames. So data frame also has rows and columns, exactly same as the table. Here there is a table. In PySpark, we have a data frame. So I hope everything is clear till now. Just give me a reaction if you guys are following through. So yeah, this is like very important to know like what we are going to do in this our course. So generally we will cover the basic Python. So we will do the basic syntax, then little bit, then we do the medium level things like in the functions, and till before the oops we will do everything. So the syntax and the Python functions and other classes and everything. And then after before like object oriented programming, then it becomes like advanced. We'll not cover the advanced concepts because I think advanced concepts are not required here for this. Then SQL also we will do. I hope here is the account creation. So PySpark is like the API of the Python. PySpark is very, very important. So all the coding will be done on PySpark. And what will be the prerequisites of the PySpark? The person should have knowledge of Python. They should know a little bit of SQL. And no need to know the Spark streaming, that's fine. But like SQL and Python, they should know. So PySpark also we will cover. Because like all the coding will be in PySpark.